Hello guys, today I'm going to be bringing you a video review of the Rebor Titanoboa Monty. So, first things first, the packaging is really nice. It's very plain. It says Rebor Titanoboa Corenazonsis Monty Premium Edition. And on the back it says, a tribute to all the hardships and struggles we have faced. That message was directly towards the team members of the people who work at Rebor, because they faced a lot of hard times making this snake, and it was not because of COVID. I don't believe. I just believe that the snake here costed so much money to make. They went through so many prototypes. They really went through hard work making this snake, and they still made it for us. It was a limited quantity. Only 1,200 of these guys were made, and no matter how hard it got to make them, they still made them. Most companies, like, I don't know, let's say NECA, don't do that. They blue ball us, and then we don't get the figure. Rebor kept their heads up, they held their head high, and they said, no matter what, we're gonna get this thing done. And they did, and they did not disappoint, let me tell you. So, getting that out of the way, let's take a look at what Monty comes with. He comes with an information sheet. It shows a picture of where the Titanoboa fossils have been found, which is in Colombia in South America. We have a picture of a fossil fragment from Titanoboa, 2 rib cages, and a piece of vertebrae. And then we get a terrifying size comparison of how big Titanoboa was to a human. And Titanoboas lived in the mid-late Paleocene epoch, which, if some of you don't know what that is after the dinosaurs lived. So Titanoboa never battled it out with a Tyrannosaurus Rex. It never happened. But anyway, Titanoboa comes with this lovely Strangled Crocodile, which, if you buy this set, you don't just have to use this crocodile for Monty to constrict. This crocodile is in a perfect swimming pose, like he's swimming, not just floating on the surface. If he was floating on the surface, his legs would be hanging down. But it's perfect for him to be in like a nice swimming pose. That, or you can take a shot where you got a replica of like a dead water buffalo, and you spin them really fast in the water, and it's a perfect pose for a death roll. But so anyway, this crocodile here has more than one use besides being strangled by Monty. But anyway, this crocodile has insane detail on it. It is absolutely incredible. He has his teeth individually sculpted in the mold there. My camera has not been focusing since this video started. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, all his osteoscutes and stuff are perfectly sculpted. They are so accurate. They even gave him a cloaca to add to the more detail of this crocodile. The paint job is so fantastic. This is the best looking crocodile I've ever seen in my life. And he's also around the same size as the L.I.T.M saltwater crocodile. L.I.T.'s just got a little bit of size on him. But anyway, now then, let's get to the main piece of this whole review, the one that you guys are probably saying shut up and just get to what we want to see already, and that is Monty. This snake is absolutely fantastic. Such a nice job was done on him. I cannot express how amazing this figure is, how much I love it. I got this guy on minizoo.com. Minizoo got 40 of them in, and it was no pre-order. It was first come, first serve. So I stayed up all night waiting to for this guy to go up. I calculated the time because Minizoo is in Australia. I am in the United States. So there's that time zone difference, and I had to wait until it was 1 in the afternoon in Australia, which was very late at night here, for this guy to go up for sale. And I waited, like, I had it all planned out, and then I ordered him, and I couldn't believe I got lucky enough. As soon as he went on for sale, I hit add to cart, buy now. I put in my shipping stuff. I went on my email. I looked. I saw that my purchase was declined because there was some error. I was panicking. I was like, "Oh God, no! There's probably none left. 40 people probably already scalped them." Nope. I managed to get my hands on them. It was really annoying. I spent like 2 weeks on the internet trying to find this guy until I finally messaged a few websites asking if they were going to get him, and I finally reeled one in. So lucky me. Now, anyway, besides that boring ass story of how I got this snake, he's wonderful. I can't. I don't even know where to begin. There's so much detail. Where his spine is, it grooves down, right all down his spine, from the back of his head all the way to his tail, which is incredibly accurate. This is what real live giant snakes have. When you look at their spine doesn't stick out at a point. Some pit vipers do that naturally, but giant snakes like boas and anacondas, they don't, which is an incredibly accurate detail. The head is insane on how realistic it's sculpted. My favorite touch is, now I'm a stickler for accuracy, and it looks like Monty has a very heavy jaw on him, where no matter what, his mouth is always somewhat gaping a little bit. And he's got the big bulky head, the small eyes. This is perfectly accurate on how a giant snake would look. If you see photos of huge anacondas, now anacondas are the largest snake in the world, but they are not the longest. The reticulated python is the longest snake in the world, but they're not really obese. I guess we can call anacondas kind of fat, as where retics are more slender and more fit looking. But retics are meant for mainly being terrestrial, and anacondas are aquatic, so the heavy weight of an anaconda is okay. But anyway, because Titanoboa is actually not a python like anacondas, it is a boa constrictor. And what we know from that is that Titanoboa did not lay eggs. They were live bearing. See, the difference between boas and pythons is pythons lay eggs, boas give birth to live. But boas are more heavy than anacondas. And if you look at full-grown anacondas, you'll always see that their lower jaw, when full grown and they got their full weight on them, their lower jaw is almost always gaping from the sheer weight of it. So that touch is absolutely remarkable. Now the gimmick with Monty is you can get this here poor crocodile, and you can tightly wrap Monty around him, and Monty has his dinner. And how you can do that is because Rebor, not only did they give us amazing detail on this snake, but they gave him a wire frame, so he is bendable. Let's get him off this alligator here. And let's stretch him out. Well, not stretch him out, but extend him. Straighten him out. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, guys, forgive me for the quality of this video. My camera won't focus for some reason, and I'm using a literal cardboard box to prop my phone up, so I can use both hands for this. So bear with me. So, anyway, Monty is 25 inches long, and I did not think Monty was going to be this big until I got him in person. He is absolutely wonderful. I love this thing. It's like he never ends. He's very long. He's really decent sized, and best part about him is if you squeeze him, he's very soft. He feels just like rubber. Well, I mean, not just like rubber. That's not what I wanted to say. He feels real. Like if you ever felt like a real snake, like a boa or anything like that, he feels like he has very tense muscle. It doesn't really feel like it's just very soft, stretchy rubber. It feels like it's very tense muscle. And another nice touch is when you open his mouth, it's not going to come up on my camera, I bet, but when you open his mouth, the muscles in his head actually flex. I cannot believe that they managed to do that. That is insane. It's such slight movement, but when you have it in person, it is incredibly noticeable. So overall, this figure is wonderful. Now, here is a tip, and this is basic, and like this is just common sense when you have something that is bendable. Not many of you might know this, but when you are not posing him, when you just want to keep him somewhere and you are not going to play around with him, keep him straight. Don't keep him coiled up. Don't make him in some really gnarly pose. Keep him straight. Trust me, he will last a very long time. Rebor already said that Monty is meant to last, that this snake here is made out of very top-notch quality. He ain't gonna break. He's gonna last for a very long time. And while that is true, if you want him to last longer than ever, keep him straight. So when you're not playing with him, when he's not coiled up, just straighten him out. Set him on your shelf. Set him straight. He's acting up. Anyway, for size comparison, if I were to wrap Monty up to make him fit in the frame. So here we have Monty. Here we have the Collect a Crocodile. Here we have the PNSO Ototus Megalodon. It is no longer Carcharodon Megalodon, it is Carcharocles or Ototus. Fun fact for you. Here we have him next to Wheatley from Jurassic World, and I gotta say, this is awesome scale because instead of having your super posable Mattel Indoraptor eat Wheatley, you can simply feed him to Monty, and it'll be perfect scale. So, yeah. This is one tooth Wheatley won't have on his weird necklace that he wants to make. And for another size comparison for Monty is something that we all have seen in our lifetimes, that we all know the general size of, and that is a Arizona tea can. This is how big he is to a can of Arizona tea. He's not small, he's pretty big. Now, only 1,200 of these replicas were made. You cannot get them on pre-order anymore. You cannot find them on any website for sale. They are sold out. So if you ever want a chance to get one of these, join some Facebook groups. Someone might sell theirs on a Facebook group, or that, or even check eBay. Now, knowing that if you're going to be buying it on eBay, you're going to be spending a lot of money on it because people are generally scalpers with this stuff. They know that this is a highly wanted toy, that people are going to pay top dollar for it. I don't think that's fair. If you want to get Monty to just sell them for retail price, be fair. Don't take advantage of this thing. You guys really don't know the story that went in to make this figure. I think it would be very disrespectful to just use this to scalp people with. That's just very rude, especially after everything that the people over at Rebor went through to make this thing. That would just be incredibly rude to do. So, don't be an asshole. Don't be a scalper. Be a Monty. Yeah, that's gonna be the new saying now. Watch. So, anyway, let's all show Rebor a huge amount of appreciation and love for this thing. They went through so much trouble to make this thing. It's not even funny. And no matter how hard it got to make this thing absolutely perfect, they never quit on us, and they still delivered, and they made this guy. So let's give Rebor a round of applause on the overall creativity and the accuracy, and just there's really no word to explain how awesome this thing is. But let's give the people, every single team member at Rebor, some consideration and credit for making this super awesome figure. And all hope is not lost. Rebor is going to be possibly making a new Titanoboa, but it is going to be a statue, but it's going to be a huge, epic, cool statue. Go to their Facebook page, check out the photos of it. It looks super gnarly. So it is not the end of Monty. We will be seeing more of him in the future in different forms. Ones that might even be cooler than this. So if you didn't get this figure, and if you're upset, I mean, I'm sorry, but hope is not lost. We will be seeing another form of Monty again in the future. If you like this video, like, subscribe, show Rebor some love, give them some credit, and definitely check out their site. Take something home from them. Rebor has insane things. Definitely buy the Deinosuchus hatchling that they have coming out soon. Check them out.